to this week's rainy weekly vlog. Sorry, I'm holding my umbrella, trying not to walk in a puddle. Just out and about doing DIY stuff. We're in Amsterdam at the moment at the main Praxis. There's two major DIY shops here, Hammer and Praxis. Lawrence saw some tiles for the downstairs toilet the other day, so, oh, wrong door. So he wanted me to take a look at them, and I think they were on special this week. This is where we got the lounge floor from. So anyway, I'm gonna go in. Well, they had really nice tiles, but they were massive, so I'm going to quickly drive over to the Hammer, which is like the competition of Praxis, and just have a look what they've got. And we treated ourselves to this is a Berliner Bowl. This time of the year the Oliebollen are out. It's a seasonal thing for winter, and it's basically they're like a donut but with no filling, and or you can get one with raisins in it, or they do rum and raisin. And then this is the Berliner Bowl is it's a little bit like a vanilla custard kind of thing. So Lawrence has scoffed his already, so I'm going to get tucked in and eat mine. Hear me. Seems to have misplaced my tripod. Noticed in some of the vlogs, in my craft room, the kettle's just gone, I perch you in a little I don't know, a shelf, a little shelving system, and I've noticed when I do that the sound is terrible. It's all muffled, so I really have to stop doing that, so I do apologise. I never actually watched the vlogs back on the big TV, because I listen to them you know, while I'm editing, and they always sound great. Oh, that's the toaster. They always sound great on the laptop with my headphones. And this morning I actually watched last week's vlog back on the TV, and I was like, oh my gosh, the sound is so bad. Some of the sound quality is not good anyway, but I hear a lot of channels have that issue. But yeah, when I've got you stuck in the shelf, you can hardly hear me. Sorry. I'm just going to butter my toast. I've just scoffed my, hey, hello. Just scoffed my toast. Sorry, Jack's getting snuggly with me on the sofa. I've got honey around my mouth. I just have to point that out. If you can see that, William, that's William's artwork on the wall. Gosh, he must have been about 3 or 4 when he did that. And I'm never going to paint over it. I love it. I've got a cracking photo. If I can find it, I'll insert it. I just scoffed my toast. Sorry, I know I've moaned about my fringe non-stop in last week's vlog. It's driving me potty. Don't worry. I think Wednesday, I thought, or one day next week, I'm seeing Sandra from my house. Anyway, Lawrence is out with William. William plays Sunday League, which is really not convenient, and also a lot of the kids dropped out this year. The parents said, yeah, it's just not doable. But so far we're managing. Lawrence has taken William, and the coach has asked him to be linesman. So it was forecasted really heavy rain, but so far the morning is gorgeous. So yeah, I think he would have enjoyed that. I hope they win. They're due back any minute. Yesterday the tiles. The one that Lawrence liked, they're gorgeous. They're really, really nice. They're ceramic, but they look like they're like high gloss white marble. Beautiful. But they're huge, and we calculated that we'd only need 3 packs. No, 2 packs. Yeah, 2 packs. There's 4 tiles in 1 pack, and we only need 6 tiles. They're that big. Couple of things. Not sure if they're that big, if they'd look okay in such a small space. I don't know. I seem to recall that big tiles make rooms look bigger, but I could be making that up because clearly I'm not an interior designer. But the other thing is, we need to talk to Frank tomorrow because I don't know how he'd be with fitting that, because they'll have to be cut like round around the toilet where the waste pipe for the toilet goes. So anyway, I'll discuss that with him. If he said he can do it, then I think we'll get them. But I'm off work all week, as I said, so I can do that. This afternoon we're going somewhere very exciting. I'll share that with you when we get there. Yes, I don't know if I'll do a separate vlog for where we're going, but anyway, when we arrive, you'll know where we are planning. Thought it said rain this afternoon, which is fine because where we're going is indoors. This morning, as Lawrence has been out, I've caught up on YouTube. I've watched Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful, and I caught up with Julie from Stitched Uniquely. I can't remember what Julie's channel name is. Anyway, Ali and Julie are both doing Vlogtober, so I've been watching them. Somebody cycled past. This is awful. I can't wait to get the curtains up. Hopefully that will happen tomorrow, I think. Yeah, and then I've been knitting. How thrilling is that? Anyway, my arm is aching now because I'm holding the camera up. So I'll tune in with you later for our surprise trip. Woo. Okay, here we are at the secret trip. Come to the Dollhouse Fair. It looks a lot more scaled back than last year, but anyway, I've got a shopping list of things I want to buy, so we'll go in and take a look around. Okay, well, we're done. As you can see from the footage, it's really small this year, but bought a few goodies. I won't show you when I get home because the house is a mess, but as and when I start working on the dollhouse again, I'll show you all the bits and pieces. I might show you a couple of little things, but we'll see. We're just having a coffee and then we're going to head home. We're so tired. Okay, we found some tiles. This place in my local village is amazing. They've got gorgeous, like stunning tiles. I didn't film in there, it didn't feel like the right kind of vibe. Somebody's got chickens in the garden. But we've never been here before, but we've seen some beautiful tiles, maybe for the kitchen or the upstairs bathroom another time. But we've gone for like a high gloss, like a marble effect, but there's ceramic. Frank's coming later, and I think he's going to tile the floor. And then the plasterer couldn't come yesterday, some problem with his car, so he's coming later. What time's Rodney coming, Lawrence?
5 o'clock.
Yeah, this evening.
But he's asked me to send him the measurements, which I haven't done. I'll do that when I get home.
Okay, we have to send him the measurements. So this place doesn't have the glue, so we're just gonna have to pop to the DIY shop. Chicken or cockerel, I should say. We need flexible glue because it's not a solid floor; it's on like a wooden base. So yeah, hopefully by the time it's lunchtime we'll have everything done, ready for Frank to start. So quite looking forward to that. The door's in. Just need to fit the door handle. And then yeah, we can't do anything till it's plastered. And then once that's done, oops, noisy truck. I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, once the plastering's been done, then we have to let it dry, and then the toilet and sink can be fitted, and then yeah, it's ready then. But anyway, okay, tiles are being delivered, and off we go. I hope you can see me okay. I can't show you the tiles yet because it's a bit crowded down there. Lawrence and Frank are doing something with the door. Can you believe I'm just altering the curtains for the lounge. They need taking up a little bit. Can you believe I didn't have one pair of sharp scissors in the house, so I had to pop to the workshop. So I'd bought a pair of, just a cheap pair of spare ones weeks ago, and I left them there because my really good scissors, I think I showed them on the podcast, I leave there. And then I bought a spare pair for home, and then forgot to bring them home. Oh my gosh, I can't even get in it now. Oh, I hope I don't slice my finger open. It's a horrible plastic that you can't get in. Ugh. But let's be careful because Daxter's still snoozing on my bed, and William caught him. Look at that, I can't even get in there. And William caught Daxter trying to snooze on my curtains, which have been ironed. My gosh! Oh, the reason I'm opening these scissors is I wanted to share something on camera, or maybe I do, maybe I don't. We'll see. At the workshop, there was a little package waiting for me. Show you little package for me. I know who it's from, because it's got the sender written on the back. But let's see. She's a very naughty lady. Promise not to cry now. Terrible. Opening packages on camera and crying all the time. My gosh, it's well packaged up. Let's see, how do I get in? Almost there. Bear with me. Should play some Plinky Plonky music over it. Do, 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 do. There's a little note. Just going to read the note. Oh, big note. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to share them now. I'm going to share them on the podcast because I wanted to show you some of the things I bought from the Doll's House Fair, and lovely Maureen, one of our viewers. If you're an OG, if you're familiar with the channel, you know Maureen loves to write a big long essay in every one of my vlogs, which I love. but I do chat privately to Maureen anyway. But she's made me some things for my doll's house there for Christmas. They are gorgeous. Wait for the podcast and I'm going to show you close-ups of them all. You know, Maureen, oh, thank you. They're absolutely gorgeous and you're so clever. I really have to have a go at making stuff from Fimo because I do love Fimo, but gosh, they're tiny. Honestly, wait till you see them. I can't wait to show them off at the podcast. They're just, oh, they're so cute and so tiny. Oh, love them. Absolutely love them. Maureen, you clever clogs. You're very naughty sending me stuff, wasting your money on postage for me, but I really appreciate them. They're so cute. Oh, tune into the podcast to see what Maureen made. Okay, I'm gonna do my so cute. I'm gonna do the curtains now. Hopefully they'll get hung later today or tomorrow morning. We'll see. Sorry, I can't stop looking at them. Gosh, really cute, guys. Okay, it's like an oven in here. I'm gonna carry on with the curtains. Sorry, my mistake. They're not Fimo. They're shrink wrap plastic. What a fantastic idea. Okay, I am going to give you a little sneak preview because one of them fell out of the package. But look, she's made, let's see if we can get them the right way around. She's made some, look, like tiny, like little Christmas baubles. Oh, sorry, my nails are right state. Look, all different little Christmas baubles. Yeah, I'm not showing them very well, but they've got little patterns on them. And oh, look at them, the size of them. God, that's such a good idea. She did write in the letter that they were shrink wrap, shrink plastic. And I don't know why I said Fimo. Okay, anyway, all right, you've had a sneak preview, that's your lot. On the go. It's a cheats one. It's a Patrick's tikka masala, I thought, and then I've added extra bits and pieces in. I'm really spoiled today because we have an incoming. I know who it's from, so I'm gonna message her in a sec and let her know it's arrived. I'm really curious. Oh. Oh wow, I'm going to show you in a second. Oh my gosh. Okay, I am really spoiled. If maybe some of you actually watch Helen. Helga's at home with the crafts. I can never say that. Lovely Helen, who's an amazing knitter and craft extraordinaire. I was chatting online to her, it was a couple of weeks ago now, and he's like, yeah, what you up to? And she said she was eating a bag of crisps, and I said, Helen's in Glasgow in the UK, Scotland, and I said, oh, I miss British crisps because the flavours are different here. And then she said, oh, what do you miss? So I reeled off a couple of flavours. That's what she sent me. I can't believe, I'm beyond chuffed. Roast chicken and prawn cocktail. Oh, prawn cocktail is my favourite, but roast chicken, we just don't have these flavours over here. And Walker's is Lay's in Holland. So yeah, we just don't have those flavours. So oh my gosh, I am going to treasure these. Oh my god, not sharing them. Thank you, Helen. I'm so spoiled by you guys, seriously. I get lovely little gifts of Maureen and then later off Helen. I'm proper chuffed. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Okay, well, I'm going to stash these somewhere so I don't have to share because, yeah, sharing is not caring in this case. But I'm going to carry on with the curry. Frank's gone home. He's laid most of the tiles. He can't come tomorrow, so he's going to come back Thursday and finish it off. I'm really happy with the floor. It looks great. Those tiles are gorgeous. Our plasterer Rodney has been, and he's coming really early Saturday morning, 7:30. Oh my gosh, to plaster everything, and then once that's dry, Frank can come back, install the toilet, install the sink, and then all that needs to happen is decorate. Yeah, I have to paint the door and paint the walls, everything, but I'll do that myself. I'm sort of half torn between just going all white, making it really bright in there, or going like black, because I think black walls with that high gloss white sort of marble effect tile might look quite nice. Have to have a little think about that. Anyway, I think my curry's almost done. I need to give it a stir. Stash my crisps. Just on the way to the village. Yeah, silly sunglasses on. There is actually, I don't know if you can see it on camera, a little chink of sunlight keeps poking through. And considering how overcast it is today, it's quite, yeah, you can see if I look up there, it's quite bright. Oh, still clinging on to the sunglasses in hope. So I'm on the way to the village. There's a lot of traffic on the road today. Have a few errands to run, a few little things to pick up. I'm not going to stay long. I'm going to come back, carry on cleaning. I'm doing like a little bit at a time. Also because of, you know, I think most of you all know, because I've got osteoarthritis, it's really heavy on, you know, on my joints, like bending down, picking up, lifting stuff. So I'm just tackling a little bit at a day. What did I do? Oh, yesterday I altered the curtains, ironed them, Lawrence hung them, and I think I unpacked 3 or 4 boxes. Obviously everything needed either washing or dusting, and just a bit of general tidying up. So I want to get another hour's worth of that done. I'm not going too mad on the cleaning though, because I think I might have mentioned this yesterday. The plasterers come in on Saturday morning, so it'll be dusty again, so I'm not worrying about that. It's more that the bulky items are unpacked and put back where they're supposed to, I suppose. Because at the moment our dining table is legless, and there's still a sofa in the kitchen diner, so it's fine. I'm not stressing. I've had a really nice lazy morning. Oh, that curry I made last night was delicious. I think I mentioned I used Patak's curry sauce. I think it was, now what did I say? I think it was tikka masala, I think it was. And in my chicken curries I buy like the boneless thighs, chicken thighs. There's a lot more flavour on them, and then I cook them for about an hour and a half, 2 hours at least. So that's why I don't want the bones in there. I know it gives extra flavour, but sometimes, you know, you're picking out little bits of bone and the kids will just freak out if that happened. And then in the ready-made sauce I add like a can or a carton of coconut milk, and then some extra curry spices. I've actually got a little jar of really hot curry powders, a blend that Lawrence's cousin Marie brought over for us a while ago. She mixed it, and it's probably all stuff from South Africa, really. Marie eats like raw chilies with everything. So I only put a little bit of this curry powder in because it's a bit spicy. Yeah, it was really tasty. What am I doing? Oh, this afternoon I'm going to the hairdressers. Oh, I can't wait. I've held off. Oh, the camera seems a bit foggy. I've cleaned it. It's strange. Maybe it's the lighting. Yeah, I've held off chopping my fringe, but it's driving me mad. I've actually started blow drying it under, so I've got like a big bump on my head, just sort of shorten it. So yeah, I'm having my roots done. It's just all glamour here, girls. And I'm gonna get her to trim my fringe or my bangs or my pony, whatever language you're watching in, and that's all I know. free. Yes, that's this afternoon. And then, oh, disappointed. So the Dutch government made new restriction announcements last night. Almost the same as the UK, it seems. So they have gone stricter. So yeah, the boys are not happy. The sporting situation's on hold again, and yeah, restaurants, bars, etc. closed. Oh, which is really worrying for the economy. My gosh. But selfishly, it's my birthday on Friday, and I hadn't made a reservation yet, but I was planning on doing that today. I was going to book a table at the Japanese. I've got a really, really nice Japanese in our village, and it's always packed. They, you know, they're booming. They've been there years, and it's the best sushi place I've ever ate in, frankly. Yeah, so we won't be able to go out for dinner. Takeaways are still open, so I might order like a Chinese, what they got in Holland, they're called rice table. I think in the UK it'd be like a banquet, Chinese banquet, I think. Banquet, you just get like 4 or 5 different mixed dishes. It's a feast. Behold, we're having a feast for my birthday. I bequeath it. I'm having midweek cabin fever. It's good to get out. I've literally alternated between at home knitting, cleaning, and DIY shops. So it's nice to get out and mooch around in the shops. Oops. Getting over these terrible sleeping policemen. They're everywhere in Holland. In case you're wondering, it's quite common here that our roads are made from like cobbles. So you can hear how noisy it is. I'm on a cobbled street. A lot of the side streets are still cobbled, and I'm used to it now, but I know when I first moved here I was like, how strange. It's like Roman times. But yeah, they work quite well. I think it's because of where we are, it's all reclaimed land, you know. Technically we're about 12 metres below sea level here, and you know, the earth is constantly sort of shifting and sinking, so I understand that the cobbles, they've got more flexibility in them. But now I'm on like an asphalt road, so I don't know why I feel the need to tell you all about roads right now. I am definitely in waffle mode. Okay, I need to get past this big bus. Oh no, he's pulling out. Then I can park up, and then I'm going to go for a little mooch in the village, do my errands. I didn't have a haircut, although she just trimmed my fringe so I can see. So it's about 5:30. So I'm going to start thinking about dinner. But I've had another package arrive. I'm so spoiled. I think I know who this is from. I think. But we'll just triple check now. Whoa. Have a look. Oh, it's so nicely packaged as well. Okay, got a card, hold on. Just waiting for the guys to get back. Hopefully they're going to move the sofa. Sorry. From Cocktail Crisp. The sofa sits here. But yeah, it's too big. We don't actually like it. It was one of these second-hand shop charity shop buys. Yeah, it was a make and do because the kids trashed the one we had before that, which was a really expensive one. And I said to Lawrence, that's it, I'm done with buying expensive furniture. Now they're getting older. I realised in my enthusiasm yesterday when my package arrived from Dawn, who's on Instagram, Dawn's craft creations. I'll put a link below. I didn't. I was like, oh, I got this package. And then I rushed off to send Dawn a message to say I'd got the package. And then I forgot to film. But I am going to share everything on the podcast because she sent me all crafty stuff, which I'm like so touched and blown away. I mean, it's not even my birthday till tomorrow. And I've had all these little packages come through. I'm like, absolutely, my mind is blown by how kind everybody is. So, yeah, super, super chuffed. I went and arranged everything and took a photo, put it on my Instagram. So if you do want a sneak peek before the podcast, you can check that out on my Instagram. Frank's just left. All the tiling's done, but he's just got to grout it, put all the little finishing bits in between. But he said he'll wait for Rodney to come and plaster Saturday morning, and then Frank's going to come back Sunday and finish that. And then it's a case of, I think we'll have to wait, I don't know, 2 or 3 days or so for the plaster to completely dry out, and then he'll come back and he'll put the toilet and the sink in. So I'm thinking by next weekend it's all finished. The land is, I'm getting there. I can show you where the woodworm cupboard, hold on. I've put all my stuff back in. There's not really any logical order to it. And like once a year I sort of empty it and pare it down, and then it gets filled back up again. But more or less, the top shelf is like, I don't know, like mementos from the children, pottery from a family member who's sadly passed now. And it's all like things that the kids have made or trips. There's a lot of things from South Africa in there, as you can imagine, and just old stuff. There's picture there, me, my mum and Estelle, and then obviously all my wine glasses. There's a lot of them. What else? Do you know what? I'll swing you around. You can have a nosy. Sentimental stuff in there. Actually, that little shrine thing, that's what we got in Turkey when we went to Ephesus. We went to the house of the Virgin Mary, where allegedly historians claim that the Virgin Mary did actually live there when they fled Nazareth. And then those red books, there's some classics. They're off my Auntie Christine, and she wrote, it was a tradition. I've actually got a few more, but they're still away. And she got me one every Christmas, and she wrote a little note in the front cover and the year of the Christmas gift. So I think the first one was from 1982, so it would have been, 11, I think. And I know Jane Eyre's in there, Pride and Prejudice, and I forget what the other one is. Yeah, so it's all just daft, sentimental stuff. But yeah, anyway, that's all cleaned and, all unpacked now. And then I started cleaning the bar down. And yeah, you can see there's a little sort of another corner of dust gatherers. So yeah, Lawrence has taken Josh to get his put his bike in at the repair shop. So I'm waiting for them to come home because I'm not sure. Well, I was waiting because Frank was still here. But But I was planning on going to the thrift store, have a walk around. Yeah, and that was it really. Anyway, my arm's aching now, so catch you later. Happy birthday to me! It's all rock and roll in my house. Currently en route to the market to buy myself some new knitting needles. Oh gosh, I should make the most of it really. It's actually my last year in my 40s, so hopefully we'll get Christmas out the way and then get rid of this nasty C word, and then whoop whoop, I'll have a good year. Am I convincing you? Don't think I've convinced myself. Yeah, I've had a really quiet morning. Obviously, Lawrence is working. Bless. William got up, I think about 8:30, and which William never gets up at that time unless he has football or school. So that was really sweet. And then I haven't seen Joshua, he's still in bed. It's fine. And then he insisted on bringing the dog and the cat in the bed as well while we opened prezzies and cards. So got some lovely goodies, very spoiled as usual. Couple of crafty things as well, which I'll share in the podcast. Watch that space. Hopefully I'm going to get in the workshop this weekend and film the podcast, because I have not got a lot of things, but I've got a couple of updates I can share with you. Anyway, watch out for that. If you're interested in the podcast, if you hit the bell either below or above the screen, it's a notification bell, so every time I upload a new video you'll be informed about it. Technology, hey? So yeah, en route to the market. I'm hoping it's on. Oh my gosh, I just forgot to check, because we've got these new restrictions now. Well, I've got my face mask. I'm just popping to the wool man to buy knitting needles. So oh, fingers crossed. Otherwise I can order them online. It's just I really wanted knitting needles for the weekend so I can cast on another project. Oh, I'm really into my knitting at the moment. I've actually surprised myself, because normally, you know, I've mentioned this before, my aunt taught me to knit when I was like, oh gosh, I think I was 7, and so I can knit, but I've never sort of made things with knitting. It's always been like a scarf, you know, basic stuff. So I'm really into this the whole, you know, following a pattern, although it does work up a lot slower than crochet. Anyway, if you're not into crafting, I'm waffling, so sorry about that. Plans for today, nothing. One or two friends might pop over at some point, so I'm gonna buy a cake in case anybody wants to stop by. I am allowed 3 people in the house outside of our family bubble. But yeah, I don't expect anybody to come round. If people want to, you know, I'm more than happy that we, you know, socially distance ourselves in the house. That's fine. You've seen my lounge is more than big enough to keep a good few meters apart from each other. And wear masks if you want to, and open doors, so not too concerned about that. And then this evening, I think I mentioned this, I've not discussed it with Lawrence, I think we will order the Chinese, although Joshua will complain because he's not keen on Chinese, but William won't mind. William likes Chinese food because we can't go out, everywhere's closed, of course, but it's fine. And then I've already mentioned this, so sorry I'm repeating myself, but plasterers come in 7:30 in the morning, so yeah, won't be any heavy nights anyway. Well, the market was on, but he didn't have the size knitting needle that I was after, so anyway, I got a couple, so it's fine. I've just popped to the Hamer love that store. If you're in the UK, I think they do have them now, dotted around. Although I'm not sure in what areas of the country. But Hamer reminds me of, it's a bit like Marks and Spencer merged with British Home Store, that kind of vibe. So anyway, they've got the big Hamer here in Amstelveen, which is where I am now. They've got their own bakery amongst other things. So I've just picked up some cake. I'll show you when I get home. I got not in my hair. I got a carrot cake and a chocolate cake because Joshua likes chocolate. On the way out, so there was ladies there. Well, okay, rewind. They've really upped their corona measures in the shopping centre. I'd say 80% of the people were wearing masks, which is great. Super happy about that. And the market was really well laid out. There was all the stores had made like little queuing systems, so you couldn't sort of lean over people or invade space. And every store that you went in, it's mandatory now that you're only allowed in with, you have to pick up a shopping cart or a basket. And they had people at all the basket points sanitising everything, so quite happy about that. Felt perfectly safe. Although when I was leaving the Hamer with my cake, this man just strolled in, and then I could hear the two basket attendants were calling him, you know, they're like, you know, sir, and he kept on walking, which is fine, because, you know, it's not a natural thing to do, you know, to automatically pick up a shopping basket, because sometimes you just want to pop into a shop for one thing. But anyway, he kept walking, then one of the other ladies who had a much stronger voice, she shouted like, "Menu," which is like, "Sir," and he stopped, and then she said politely, "Everybody has to have a basket in the store." Well, he decided he was above the shop law and said no, and he refused. I know they did. They got into a bit of a standoff. I tried to sort of strategically loiter in the exit to nosy. It was very exciting. And anyway, he was like, stuff that, and off he went. He just took off into the store. I was gobsmacked. It's like, wow, unbelievable. And the two ladies were just stood there. There's an English word, the Brits will know this, flabbergasted. Everybody looked flabbergasted. Even people around like me who were nosy were also like, unbelievable. I don't know if they escalated it to a manager or supervisor. I certainly would have done, because that's their shop rules, and if you don't abide by them, you don't have to shop there. Morning. Oh, that's hot. Well, a bit tired. I don't know if you can tell from the light, but it's quite early here on a Saturday morning. Yes, I am fully made up. I don't even know why I bothered. I think it's just habit. What did I do yesterday? Oh yes, we had a Chinese, just steam a little bit, sorry. Yeah, we had like a Chinese banquet, I don't know. I think we had like 4 main dishes, and noodles, rice, spring rolls, different sauces. Anyway, it was delicious. Normally, if we order Chinese, which is quite rare, I must admit, both the kids complain. But because we have this very strict rule in the house that when it's your birthday, you can dictate what the meal is, your birthday meal, and we just all have to suck it up. So lost count of how many times I've sat in McDonald's with a really bad headache for somebody's birthday. So anyway, because it was my birthday and it was Chinese, The kids didn't complain. And then when we'd finished eating at the table, woo, they both said, oh, it was really nice, they enjoyed it. And this place that we ordered from, the portions are huge. So yeah, we've got leftovers tonight as well, so that's nice. That noise is Rodney the plasterer is here. He's just setting up for the morning. So I thought, well, I'll come on here and finish the vlog very quickly and then get you guys edited. And then hopefully this week I'm hoping to go to the workshop and film the podcast, I hope. So anyway, at that point, I'm just going to wrap up the week and say, once again, thanks for joining me. I hope you're all well and safe. And if you are a new subscriber, thanks for sticking around to the end. And hope you enjoyed my waffling. Next week, I'm back to work, which is upstairs in the very messy craft room. So I won't be really getting out and about, but hopefully by the end of next week, I'm hoping the downstairs toilet's finished so I can show you that. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye.